When someone asks, "How are you?" do you automatically say, "I'm fine"? What if I told you that one tiny habit might be making your English sound less natural, even though it's completely correct? Hey, English learners! Welcome back to Just English with Emily, where every conversation helps you learn real, natural English. I'm Emily.
And I'm Michael. We're so happy you're here. Whether you're listening on your way to work, relaxing at home, or enjoying a quiet walk, thanks for spending this time with us.
Every conversation is another opportunity to improve your English naturally, one small step at a time.
Emily, I noticed something funny recently.
Oh, tell me.
I was talking with an English learner. Every single time I asked, "How are you?" they answered, "I'm fine." Every single time.
I think almost every English learner has done that.
Even when I asked 3 different times during the day, the answer never changed. I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine.
There's nothing wrong with saying it. It's polite, it's correct. People will understand you.
But it doesn't always sound very natural, does it?
Exactly. Native speakers often choose many different responses depending on how they actually feel. Sometimes they're happy, sometimes they're tired, sometimes they're busy, sometimes they're excited. Their answers change just like real life.
So it's not that "I'm fine" is wrong, it's just that it's only one choice.
That's exactly right. Imagine eating the same meal every day. Even if it's delicious, you'd probably want something different sometimes. English is the same. The more natural expressions you know, the more natural your conversations become.
I think many learners keep saying "I'm fine" because that's one of the first answers they ever learned.
You're absolutely right. Many textbooks teach, "How are you?" "I'm fine, thank you." And you? It's a great place to start, but real conversations don't stop there.
So today, we're going beyond the textbook.
Exactly. By the end of this episode, you'll have lots of natural ways to answer one of the most common questions in English. And the best part? They're all simple enough for everyday conversations. A feeling good.
Let's start with the easiest situation. Someone asks, "How are you?" And I'm having a really good day. What could I say?
Here's one you'll hear all the time. Expression 1. I'm doing great.
That sounds much more energetic.
Exactly. You might say it after some good news, or simply because you're in a great mood.
What if I'm happy but not that excited?
Then try expression 2. I'm doing pretty well.
I like that. It feels relaxed.
It does. It's friendly, natural, and very common.
Are there other simple answers?
Of course. Expression 3. I'm good, thanks.
That's much shorter than "I'm fine, thank you."
It is. In fact, many native speakers say I'm good more often than I'm fine.
Really?
Yes, you'll hear it in cafes, offices, schools, shops, almost everywhere. When life is normal.
Sometimes nothing special is happening. I'm not excited, I'm not tired, I'm just normal.
Then these expressions are perfect. Expression 4. Not bad. Expression 5. Pretty good. Expression 6. Can't complain.
Wait, can't complain. That sounds funny.
It does. It doesn't mean your life is perfect. It simply means things are going well enough. You're not complaining.
I think I've heard that expression in movies before.
You probably have. It's very common in everyday English.
Busy.
What if I'm really busy at work?
Then you can answer honestly. Expression 7. I've been busy. Expression 8. Keeping busy. I like that because it's true most weekdays.
Exactly. Real conversations become more interesting when your answer reflects your real life.
I'm already noticing something. These expressions aren't difficult. They're just more personal.
That's the secret. Instead of giving the same answer every time, you choose the one that matches your day. People feel like they're talking to you, not to a textbook.
I never realized one simple question could have so many different answers. Now I'm curious. What should I say on the days when I'm actually tired, stressed, or just not feeling my best? I think that's something every English learner needs to know.
So far, we've talked about what to say when you're feeling good. But let's be honest, not every day is a great day.
That's true. Sometimes I'm tired before the day even begins.
Exactly. And that's why it's helpful to know how to answer honestly while still sounding friendly. When you're tired.
Let's imagine someone asks me, "How are you?" right after a long day at work. What could I say?
Here's one you'll hear all the time. Expression 9. I'm a little tired.
I like that. It's honest, but it doesn't sound negative.
Exactly. Or if you've had a very busy week, you could say, Expression 10. I'm exhausted.
That sounds much stronger.
It is. Exhausted means you're extremely tired, maybe after a long trip, a busy workday, or not getting enough sleep. About being busy.
Sometimes people ask me how I am, and the first thing that comes to mind is busy.
That's actually a very common answer. You can say, I've been really busy lately, or it's been a busy week.
Those sound much more natural than simply saying, I'm fine.
Exactly. You're giving the other person a little information, and that helps the conversation continue. When things are getting better,
What if I was sick last week, but now I'm feeling better?
then you might say, I'm feeling much better, or I'm getting better.
Those would be perfect if someone already knew I wasn't feeling well.
Exactly. They're common after an illness or even after a stressful period. About not feeling great.
Sometimes I'm just having one of those days. Not terrible, but not great either.
That's part of life, and English has natural expressions for that too. Expression 15. I've had better days.
That sounds interesting. It's not overly dramatic.
Exactly. You're letting someone know you're not feeling your best without sounding too negative. Another simple answer is, I'm okay.
Just, I'm okay?
Yes, sometimes that's all you need. Keeping the conversation going.
You know, Emily, I've noticed something. Native speakers don't just answer the question. They often say something after their answer.
That's a wonderful observation. For example, instead of saying only, I'm good, you might say, I'm good, how about you? Or, I'm doing well, how's your day going?
That makes the conversation feel much more natural.
Exactly. A conversation is like a game of catch. You don't keep the ball, you throw it back. Asking another question keeps the conversation moving.
A real conversation. Let's imagine we're coworkers meeting in the office.
Great idea. I'll start. Morning, Michael. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty well, thanks. How about you?
Pretty good. I've been busy this morning, but everything's going well.
That sounds much more natural than, I'm fine. And you?
Exactly. It's still simple English, but it sounds like a real conversation.
You know what's surprising? None of these expressions are difficult. The difficult part is remembering to use them.
That's why listening practice is so important. The more you hear these natural responses, the more naturally they'll come to you.
So instead of automatically saying, I'm fine, my brain will start choosing the answer that actually matches my day.
That's exactly the goal. English becomes much more enjoyable when your words sound like you, not like a sentence you've memorized.
We've explored lots of better answers for how are you, but I think there's one more thing learners often wonder about. When should you use these responses, and are there any answers that sound too informal or too formal? I hope we'll talk about that next.
We've learned lots of natural alternatives to I'm fine. Now let's talk about something just as important. When should you use each one?
That's a great question, because I don't want to sound too casual in a business meeting or too formal when I'm talking to a friend.
Exactly. The good news is, most of the expressions we learned today are flexible. You can use them in many everyday situations.
Talking with friends. Let's imagine I meet a friend at a coffee shop. They ask, "Hey, Michael, how are you?" What sounds natural?
You could say, expression 19, I'm doing great. Or, expression 20, pretty good. Or even, expression 21, not bad.
Those all sound relaxed, like real conversations.
Exactly. With friends, simple and natural is usually the best choice.
At work. What about at work? Maybe I'm talking to my manager or a customer.
Then you might choose slightly more professional expressions. For example, I'm doing well, thank you. Or, I'm doing well, how are you?
Those sound polite without sounding too formal.
Exactly. Professional English doesn't have to sound complicated. Polite and clear is enough.
Meeting someone for the first time. What if I'm traveling and I meet someone for the first time?
Then a warm smile is just as important as your words. You could simply say, I'm good, thanks. Nice to meet you. Or, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
I like that. It feels friendly.
And friendliness makes conversations easier. People remember how you make them feel, not whether every sentence was perfect.
One small mistake. Emily, is there one mistake learners often make?
Yes, many learners memorize one answer and use it forever, no matter how they actually feel.
Like, I'm fine every single day.
Exactly. Instead, ask yourself one simple question. How do I really feel today? Then choose the answer that matches. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're busy. Maybe you're feeling great. Real conversations become much more interesting when your answer is real.
Building a new habit. So, how can listeners remember to stop saying, I'm fine?
Here's a simple challenge. For the next week, don't completely stop saying, I'm fine. Instead, every day, try using one different response. On Monday, say, I'm doing great. On Tuesday, pretty good. On Wednesday, I've been busy lately. On Thursday, not bad. On Friday, I'm doing well.
That's such an easy challenge. One new expression each day.
Exactly. Small habits create big improvements.
Review time. Before we finish, let's quickly review today's lesson.
We discovered that I'm fine is correct, but it's only one of many natural answers.
Then we learned different responses for different situations. When you're happy, I'm doing great. Pretty good. I'm good, thanks.
When you're busy, I've been busy lately. Keeping busy. When you're tired, I'm a little tired. I'm exhausted.
And when things aren't perfect, I'm okay. I've had better days. We also learned how to keep the conversation going by asking, how about you? Or, how's your day going?
Remember, your answer doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to sound like you.
Emily, I think today's lesson is more than vocabulary. It's about expressing your personality.
I couldn't agree more. Language isn't only about being correct. It's about connecting with people. When your answers reflect your real feelings, your conversations become warmer, more interesting, and more natural.
And that's exactly what many English learners want. Not perfect English, but natural English.
Exactly.
Before we say goodbye, here's today's community question.
Tomorrow, when someone asks, how are you? What will you say instead of, I'm fine? Write your answer in English in the comments. Try using one of today's new expressions or create your own natural response.
And don't forget to reply to another learner's comment. A simple conversation is one of the best ways to practice English.
If today's episode helped you sound more like a native speaker, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Just English with Emily, and share it with a friend who's tired of saying, I'm fine.
Remember, small changes in your everyday English can make a big difference in your confidence.
Keep listening, Keep speaking and keep enjoying every conversation in English.
Every conversation brings you one step closer to speaking English with confidence.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Michael.
Thank you so much for learning with us today.
We'll see you in the next episode.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.